So I'm surrounded by all the instruments I used for doing Oxygene, and my very first synthesizer is this one. It's a British one called the Putney, the VCS3, and actually it illustrates very well the idea that with just a noise like that, or like a white noise, kind of boring white noise, you can make interesting sounds, musical sounds with a bit of phasing and a bit of musical intention. And you have some here some little brothers or sisters of this one. Is kind of portable, kind of James Bond case, spy case of this version called the AKS, and what I used a lot to make strange sounds such as that. And there is no memory, so I need few of them for different family of sounds, like this or like that. Here you have what I call the sequence part, the sequencer part, with a sequencer called matrice sequencer or digi-sequencer. What it's an instrument I conceived able to create live some sequences that triggers some synthesizers, such as that, for instance. So it's a sequence that has been created here on this matrix, and it's going to this synthesizer. This is one of the first sequencer I've got for at the time of Oxygene, and it works actually with this kind of, and where you can do everything live, and using, for instance, this Moog, the first ever portable keyboard designed by Robert Moog in the 70s, and where you can have it's quite heavy, but still working. And this is the Eminent, another main instrument for Oxygene, like. Here is the one of the first modular synthesizer I've got to make lots of very interesting sounds, such as kind of brass sounds that I could perform with this strange old box. And these are some small backup notes, just when you have to work delicate moments all together. So just some backup notes when the brain is not working anymore. So these are very old modular, the first really modular. These really are part of the mythology, what I could call mythology of electronic instruments. It's called an analogue 2500. And it has been built with very few samples. Maybe 100 instruments are existing have been made of that one, and it has been used by very different people, from the contemporary music to people such as Pete Townsend, and it's very, very interesting, and very interesting in modular. It was actually to compete with the main modular synthesizer called the modular Moog. This one, it was really one of the first one I've got, also in the 70s, and popularized by Walter Carlos in Switch and Back. And this is very interesting also instrument called the Mellotron. It's actually the first sampler ever. Each note is actually a tape recorder with a tape, and you have a tape of 7 seconds, and when you play a note, you have during 7 seconds a pre-recorded sound, like a choir sounds, for instance, here. And then you can, and as soon as you stop the pushing the note, the tape is rolling back. And one of the first electronic instruments ever made is called the theremin. It has been built by a guy called Leon Theremin in the 20s, and it's a very poetic instrument. It works with this. You can control the volume and hear the pitch. Very exciting instruments.